All right, guys, so you guys seen the unboxing of the intercooler. We are going to change all this stuff around. I'm going to throw in a time lapse for that because this is not really too difficult, nuts and bolts. But we are going to put some of the front stuff together when we get this out of the way, just because it's out of the way. So we'll put the fan hub on, the belt, alternator bracket, kind of all that type of stuff in there, just so it's in there. And we'll put this back together, and then I think what we'll do at that point, the next video will be doing the sound editing in the cab. So anyways, we'll get on with it.
Well guys, couldn't find any music that suited me. I'm gonna have to look into find some music for doing the time-lapse stuff, because the ones that are on my app are not very good, as some of you guys have commented, and I know. But I'm going to be looking for some better music, copyright music, to put in for my time lapse. So anyways, on this one, I'm just going to walk through it. It's not super long anyway. So we got it all apart there. You can see we're putting the new energy suspension bushings in. I will put a link down below for those, and I'm going to talk about those as well at some point. And I'll do a little product review kind of idea. So getting those in there, sometimes you do have to open the holes up a little bit. I shouldn't say open the holes, but if there's any rust or anything there, you got to clean it up a little. So anyways, just see me throwing I had a couple bolts that were missing out of the front cover because I didn't have them. I stole them for another project. So just putting a couple bolts in there from that. So get that done, and then we are on to getting the rad support back on. I was going to put all the front accessories and all that stuff on prior to putting the rad and the intercooler and all that stuff in, but I realized that a couple of things that I had ordered and put away for doing this project I had used on a customer's vehicle and forgot. So we had to do it kind of in steps. This is more than 1 day of us working on it. But getting all the coolers, I did replace all of these coolers, our new coolers. Some of them are just an aftermarket factory replacement. The AC condenser, training cooler, and the rad are just a factory replacement, aftermarket factory replacement. You guys do know I put an Mishimoto intercooler in it because I wanted to have a little bit better intercooler than a factory one, and I figured I'm in this far into it, might as well have a good intercooler out of the deal. And if I find that I'm having heating issues, I will pull that factory style rad out and probably put a Mishimoto intercooler in it, but I don't think that'll have issues for what the truck's going to be used for. We're not going to be towing or anything, so, you know, it is what it is, right? So, at this point, you just want to make sure that when you're putting those bolts in, I did want to mention that, when you're putting the bolts in, those new coolers, you want to make sure that you use the bolts that are supplied in the hardware, because if you don't, you can have an issue. Just so you guys are aware, just want to make sure that you have the right bolts, because if you don't, you can have an issue. And then us on to putting the accessory stuff on. Like I said, we didn't get it all on there, being that I didn't have some of it. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I didn't have a belt tensioner was my issue. So, or belt tensioner, I think, to start with. We had used the belt for something else. I will be putting AC on this truck, but at this given time, I don't have a new AC compressor for it, nor the lines, and I'd like to get it together so that when we get to that point, I can start it with the coolant and, you know, all that stuff in it. I'm not planning on doing the AC system until the summertime sometime. But I will have the AC and everything on it working at that point. So baby steps at this point. I can only do so much stuff at, one given time. I don't want to get too carried away. What else was we were doing? Obviously, we're talking at this point. Probably talking about something, because we usually do this kind of in our leisure time. Lots of times it's in our leisure time. If Shae's around, it's after hours and that type of stuff on Saturdays. So, shoot the shit for a while, that type of stuff. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. So we put that bracket on. I just took back off. It was a common rail bracket, which will not work on a 12 valve, but had eluded me that you can't use that on there. My own fault. So we had to paint one. That's why there is nothing on it at the moment. And I forgot to edit that out of the time lapse, but no big deal. This video isn't super long anyway. But we got that on there, alternator and all that stuff. You will see as I do the outro, you can see there's a few things that we didn't have a chance to get on. But I got it on before I did the outro. So anyways, here comes the outro, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Hey guys, just doing a little outro on this video. We did get a couple more things done to this thing that I didn't video. As you guys will see, we got the new fan shroud in. I did buy a brand new fan shroud for this. Got all whizzy-like and stuff. I wanted a really nice fan shroud in it. So anyways, I also bought a new overflow bottle, which I haven't peeled the sticker off of yet. We got the fan and the belt and all that jazz in there. So that's cool. I still got to put the reservoir for the, for the windshield washer fluid. But I was thinking about buying a new one, but I think I got one that's in pretty nice shape, so I think I'll just use that one. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that's where we're at right now. So basically, I just need to get the wiring harness in. So the next step will be wiring harness wiring harness in the engine bay, and then we'll probably be putting the dash in, I think. Is going to be the next step. Oh, I guess I need to do a couple things under here. I still need to put the torque converter bolts in, which I ordered, but I have not got yet. I just ordered them the other day. I thought I had a set, but I didn't. And then, hopefully the fenders will be done in the next few weeks. He's been busy, so, you know, one of those things when you're busy at work, it's busy at work. It is what it is. As soon as we get that stuff done, we'll be on to the races and getting some more done. I think also too, if I have time, when the dash is in, if we got all the other stuff done, I'll be starting to put the interior back together as well. So anyways, I'll keep you guys apprised of what we got going on. I will have a bunch of videos, or I shouldn't say a bunch of videos. I will be back to our normal video drops of Tuesday and Thursday. I dropped one on Tuesday. This is a Thursday. Yeah, like, subscribe, hit me down in the comments. And remember, it's not rocket science.